All right. So, honestly, I I didn't want to make this video until the document came out, but well, as of recording this of let me see. As of recording this of June 9th, 2026 on 9:10 p.m. as of recording this voiceover. Um I will be going into a discussion that honestly I don't know what to say, but I will be talking about my experiences and past experiences with someone y'all may I'm just saying may, but y'all may be familiar with, who goes by the name of Define Aura. If y'all don't know who this is Fred. If y'all but for people who do know who this Fred guy is, y'all know how bad he has gotten, and I'm thankful that y'all gave me the chance to go over my experiences with this guy. I am going to keep this very short and simple, so that way it's not all clutterly and all that. I want this to be very, very simple. So I want to go over the first thing, alright? Uh, Looking at the document as of recording this on June 9th. Um, if you don't know, for people who don't know Fred is, I'm gonna go over a quick background check for Fred, so that way y'all can understand who this guy is. Fred, now known as Define Aura, before the deletion of his newest YouTube channel, he was a noob experiment content creator around 2023 to 2024. Now, he had this series called Noob Experiment Invasion. To most people, he seemed like a normal member of the community. Friendly, passionate, and just another creator trying to make a series. However, if y'all knew what happened, um, but basically underneath the surface, it's a whole complete different story. Over the course of basically 2 years, uh, he has had countless incidents, screenshots, testimonies, and controversies surrounding Fred. Um, from ranging from attention seeking, manipulation, repeated drama, and threats. Most notably, though, his most violent action that he has committed as of still remaining 2026, that I still stick with myself, that I think is the most horrendous thing he has done. I'll get into it later. But his behavior basically has become more and more concerning. These incidents eventually have led to him being cancelled and banished from the Noob Experiment community in mid 2025. So that's the little background information for y'all about Fred. Now, I'm not going to go over everything in the document, because there is multiple pieces of document that I want you guys, the viewers, to look at yourself and dig up every single detail that you can see about this guy named Fred. So, what I am going to talk about, though, is I am going to talk about my experiences with this guy named Fred. So, reading this part of the document, you can't see my screen, but I'll probably have an image flash up. Maybe, hopefully, I have an image flash up of what I'm talking about. As Fred's behavior started to get worse, he also began making threats and causing multiple drama that was unnecessary towards multiple members in a private server that I will not call out. I do not wish to say the name of that private server. This private server remains strictly private. But anyways, This was one of his main reasons on why he got canceled back in mid 2025 was obviously his unnecessary threats and causing drama to multiple members. Yes, well, while some people may brush this off as jokes or rage or dark humor, how can you make a threat to someone? How can you make a threat to someone by threatening to shoot them with a shotgun and threatening to chop that same dude's head off? People could say this could just be an edgy joke or a dark humor joke at that, but threatening to shoot someone who lives in the same city as you while also threatening to chop their head off, that's not dark humor. That's attempted murder. And if Fred was to be reported to the police, which I was going to do it, I was going to report him to the police because me and him do live in the same city. I am most likely going to. I obviously I can't report him to the police because I don't have official evidence that he was going to. Well, yes, I do have him saying he's going to threaten to shoot me with a shotgun, all that, but this can't really get him arrested considering he is only 14 or 13 or 15 years old. This will most likely just get him a warning and possibly him getting grounded. But his even more worser actions is him using the N-word. Now, yes, he is black, but him using it freely. He's also calling members part of the how do I say this without, YouTube basically smiting my account. Basically he calls members the triple L. If you know what I mean, I'm not gonna say the thing because I'm not trying to get fucking banned. He has also started multiple unnecessary dramas, as I've said. Now, to read this message of I am going to read this message where this is my full experience I've had with him, and yeah, so basically, so back in, I would say, late 2024, early 2025, this is when I met Fred. Fred at first seemed very chill and loved my old series. If y'all knew me back then, I was a Noob Experiment content creator for this series called Noob Experiment Zombies. It was a series that actually everyone loved, but I just stopped working on it. I didn't want to work on it further. But fast forward mid 2025, this is where me and Fred got into our first argument and fight. Fred would end up trying to ask for some models, but obviously back then when I owned Noob Zombies, I just took full asset rights for my characters because basically all the zombies and infected noob astros, all that. Um, I would, I politely told Fred no, and Fred would essentially show me why I didn't want to work with him further. He would start cursing me out. This would go on for 15 minutes of him bitching. Now, I do not remember the exact time frame on how long it lasted. This was obviously back in mid 2025, and as of now, it is mid 2026. It is mid 2026 of 9:19 p.m. Now let's fast forward to when everyone accepted him into this new GC that we have all that me and my fellow friends have created in late 2025, early 2026 this year. Me and multiple people have gave him dozens of chances to redeem himself. All those chances he threw outside the window and became even more arrogant and more ignorant towards fellow members. This is when he actually started calling us Nazis and part of the Triple L. And obviously, threatening to come shoot me and chop my head off. Now, that's my experience with Fred. Um, for other people's experiences with Fred, you're gonna have to check out the document because it goes more in depth from each single person who had their own experiences with Fred. So, that aside, this is my experience with Fred. Now, I do wish the best of luck for him. Alright? But to stoop down to that low of a level, I'm sorry, but you don't gain my respect anymore. To stoop down to that level and talk bad about my friends and threaten to come kill me, I will no longer respect you until you show me the true reason that you can better yourself. If Fred betters himself, I'm still not gonna respect him because of what he has caused to me. Maybe other people will accept him after he maybe possibly, makes a comeback with him being better. But what's the likely chance of that? It's mostly 0%. So, to end it off, my final verdict is I'm no longer going to respect this dude. I no longer will respect him, even if he somehow manages to change himself. Because I see in him that even though y'all may not see it in him, but aside from all his little quote unquote uh doing better, behind all those is a person who is manipulating. I used to manipulate too. And I know what he would do if he quote unquote said he was doing better and changed. He was lying and he would repeat the same cycle over and over, getting cancelled and starting dramas and all that. So my final verdict, I hope Fred finally gets what he deserves. He deserves this canceling. He deserves it. That's my final verdict. I'm done with doing this. But it's his final judgment if he wants to change. But yeah, that's all. Hope y'all have a great day or night. Love y'all, man.